Hi everyone, I'm Kathy from Kathy's Vegan Kitchen, and today we're going to make pulled pork barbecued sandwiches, but obviously we're not using pork. We're going to use sweet potatoes. Similar to my jackfruit sandwich, this one will use shredded sweet potatoes, and you can cook it either in a skillet or you can do it on a sheet pan. Either way, it's up to you. First, we're going to make a quick and easy barbecue sauce. Why do I make my own barbecue sauce? Because the bottled stuff has like 20 ingredients and enough sugar to, I don't know, kill something. So we're going to make our own. I have 1 can, 15 ounces of tomato sauce. I'm going to put that in the blender. I have 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. I have 1 adobe chili pepper. They come in a little can. Just 1. Because they're a little potent. And then I have 2 tablespoons of grape jelly. Yep, I said it, grape jelly. If you want, you can use dates instead. The grape jelly it's the right combo. So we're going to put the top on correctly, not backwards. And we're going to blend that up. Once it's all blended, looks like barbecue sauce, tastes like barbecue sauce, I'm going to transfer it into a saucepan. Now, some of you have blenders that have a heat element to it. You can use that too if you want. I didn't use my Vitamix because, again, it's a sauce and we have time to cook the sweet potatoes. Okay, now, I am going to use a food processor with a shredder blade. If you don't have this, it's okay. You can use a box cutter instead, like the box grater. If you notice, I left the skins on my sweet potatoes. I cut out any spots that were bad. I have 3 sweet potatoes here, and we're going to put the top on, and I'm going to feed them through here. So what you want to do is you want to get pieces that fit together in here together. Of course, it's not going to work because I'm doing it in front of you. Okay, just like that. And then you're going to turn it on low, and they shred. And I'm going to shred the rest, and we'll be right back. Here are the shredded sweet potatoes. 3 of them filled up the entire cup. We're going to put them inside a big bowl. Okay, so you have shredded sweet potatoes. Now I'm going to add 1 onion that I sliced into thin slices. And I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. And tiny bit, I want to say about 2 tablespoons of vegetable broth. And that's it, not a lot. And what we want to do is we want to mix it all up together. The onions and the sweet potatoes are all mixed up. And then you can cook it on a sheet pan or you can cook it in a skillet. So we're going to do both so you can see both. Okay? So we're going to take our skillet or our sheet pan, and this has a silicone baking mat, but you can also use parchment paper. And you're just going to make a single layer of sweet potatoes and onions. Single layer. Spread them all around. Okay, and the rest of these we're going to do in the skillet over medium heat. The rest of these sheet pan. I'm going to put these in the oven at 400 degrees for 20 minutes. These take about 20 minutes on the stove as well. We're going to let these sit, and they're going to cook, and we're going to flip them over every 5 minutes. This you only have to flip every 10 minutes, so just 1 time. So we'll pop this in the oven. And we'll start cooking. Okay, as you can see, they're starting to cook. So we're going to flip them over. Nothing is sticking, But as you notice, I have vegetable broth on the side in the event that I need to add a little. You don't want to add too much fluid. And the reason is you don't want it to get soggy. You want them crispy and not soggy. And so we're just going to gently flip them, move them around the pan. The onions are cooking in with the with the sweet potatoes. They look like carrots for a minute. I almost got fooled myself. And then we're going to let them continue cooking. We're going to start up that barbecue sauce. The skillet version is done before the oven. This one, because there was such a small amount in the pan, just so I could show you how to do it. As you can see, they're all crispy. Nothing stuck to the bottom of my pan. And they're crispy, they're brown, the onions are all caramelized. I'm going to add a small amount of barbecue sauce, about a 1/4 cup. Now, I put a cup of barbecue sauce in the whole thing normally, but because I made 2 different versions to show you, I'm just showing you you don't need a lot of sauce. What we're going to do is we're going to move the sauce around and it becomes barbecued pulled pork, but with sweet potatoes. And then we'll see what the oven version looks like for a comparison. Sheet pan version is out of the oven. And again, looks very similar to the other one in the pan. So now we're going to transfer these to a bowl. And they're hot, so be careful. As I burn myself. Okay. And we're going to take our hot barbecue sauce and start with about a 1/2 cup of the barbecue sauce. Because again, we have the other one over there going. We're going to mix it together. You just want it lightly coated. You can use the barbecue sauce for something else later in the week. You don't want it too coated. That looks like enough. So 1/2 cup was enough for this amount. Just kind of play it by ear. And then I also made some pineapple coleslaw, also on my blog, that I'm going to put on top, and I'm going to make a sandwiches for dinner tonight. So I have whole grain bread. They're buns. Got all the seeds on there. And you're going to take a generous amount of the barbecued sweet potatoes. And it's hot, so be careful. And then I'm going to top it with the coleslaw. Now, you could serve the coleslaw on the side. I just like it on top. Or you don't have to serve the coleslaw at all. You could put like tomatoes and onions and all kind of stuff on there. And you put the top on. And you have a pulled vegan pork barbecue sandwich. It's really, really yummy. You should give it a try. Thanks. I'll see you next time.